All right, everyone, how about 3 cards and a bottom card with me? I was going to do an energetic weather update, but then I thought, no, I think I'm just going to pull this as a 3 card. Because it is a little bit about the energetic weather that's around us right now. When I shuffled, I got this pre-shuffle. And it makes total sense for the energy of right now. But I want to see what the universe wants to tell you about the energy and how maybe what's attached to you or maybe what you can do with it. We'll just find out. Right? So we'll pull 3 cards and a bottom card. I clarify a whole bunch of stuff so you know it's more cards than that. So let's do it. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it, or it could be future influence for you, finding it now for a reason, right? Okay, so ask the universe, what do you want to tell my viewers? What am I doing here? Well, I'm doing here in the surface energy with the Empress, crossed by the 3 of Cups, with a star card. That's the main 3 in the pre-shuffle. This is a powerful, what I like to call double-edged sword energy. All right, we got a lot of Neptune influence happening right now on the astrology side that's pulling on the core energy. We've got a little bit of here of on the double-edged sword side. It's a very dreamy energy. You might feel foggy and hazy, more comfortable in the dreamland than in reality. The problem with this energy is you've got to find some kind of anchor of sanity with it, because it finds you with the 2 of Cups here. You've got to find some balance, okay, within this energy, because you tend to believe it. In other words, even if the dream is crazy out there, you tend to believe it. There's a lot of emotion here with this 3 of Cups, and it's crossing the Empress energy. It's using the Empress energy against itself on some level if you don't temper it a bit, okay? However, this energy is also fantastic for if the dream can become a reality, or you want to manifest somebody or something in your life, it's great for that. But heed my warning about the haziness of it, okay? You tend to, on the physical side of things, outside the dreams, this is the wrong energy to Google symptoms you might have. You will run fucking wild with it. You'll run wild in the streets and believe the craziest thing you read, okay? You think you've got some illness that 1 person in a million has. That type of energy comes up a lot, but lately it's been coming up a lot, but this is a very strong aspect. It's the way this energy can manifest in the 3D. I have seen this energy before. I've seen this configuration. However, bookending the Empress is the King of Swords. This king gets what they want, okay? You're a powerful manifester right now. Use it. But I would be remiss if I didn't tell you about the fact that you might tend to believe things that are crazy within those dreams, okay? With the King of Swords here, for it to come to fruition, it has to be something grounded in reality, all right? So keep that in mind. All right, let's shuffle the deck. 3 cards and a bottom card. What do you want to tell my viewers, universe? Now that we got that out of the way, let's see where we go here. What do you want to tell my viewers, universe? Let's go. Give me 3 cards and a bottom card on that Empress 3 Cups and Star energy. That's powerful, but it really is a double-edged sword. Take my word for it, please. You know, crazy. It might bode well for you if you're wanting to hear from somebody or hear how somebody feels, because they're not getting the benefit of this reading. So they're going to, they'll do crazy things or think crazy things are real anyway. But also it plays out mostly as you'll want to stay in the dream world more than you'll want to be in reality. You know, that kind of thing. All right, let's go. It's a very hazy energy. My God, even I'm hazy today. It's wild. All right, let's go. It's going to be going on probably for a few days. But anyway, bottom card is 3 Pentacles. The environmental energy around the base energy, the center card I'm going to pull. That's encouraging. It's a card that's been coming up a lot lately. There's a lot of new beginnings happening, right? But there's a lot of, I said this in the April readings, a lot of new soul recognition. A lot of new soulmates coming in, and we did see that 2 of Cups in the pre-shuffle too. And I'm picking up some of that here, okay? Let's go. 3 cards. Yeah, another 3. 3 cards, 3 wands, 3 pentacles. Jesus, unreal. What's the center card? Death card. Powerful. Yeah, this is soulmates waking up. This is, Okay, those dreams you're having, that dream state that you would want to stay in rather than come back to reality, the reason you want to stay in it is it feels very real. And for some of you, it is. I just want you to be careful. For some of you, you're actually dreaming about an energy that you're in the near future going to cross paths with. Okay? Now, for some of you, it's a soul's true purpose. For some of you, you're dreaming about a career or a house or a car or something like that. For others of you, it's a person. It's a soul connection that's just showing up. No doubt about it. With the death card there, 3 of Wands, it's close. The energies are close, and that's why it feels so real. And it feels so real because of that Empress energy, of course, crossed by the 3 of Cups with the star, but that we had in the pre-shuffle. But it feels so real because it is real. It's a close energy, okay? So keep that in mind. All right. What's read with the 3 of Wands? The 9 swords. Yeah. Wow. It's a 9s are the end in tarot, okay? Type of energy. It's, how do I phrase this? The dreamy energy that's here, that's part of this reading, might make some of you a little bit anxious because the energy is so close. In other words, be careful. This energy can make you paranoid, like you're walking down the street because you have something's about to pop. I'll put it like that. Could be a person, could be a new path, could be a second chance at something because we're in that retrograde energy. Whatever it is, it's very close and it's very real. You might question whether it's a dream or whether it's real. Should I listen to what Steve said? Be careful. Yeah, you should listen to what I said. Just be careful about crazy shit, you know, but it's very real. I'm just giving you the energy. It can play out a lot of different ways, and I'm giving you all the ways it can play out. But what the cards want to talk about here, the energy that came in here, is a dream that's very real. It's something that feels real, and it might have a byproduct, a side effect of making you a little bit paranoid. So you're walking down the street and you're just looking over your shoulder every 5 seconds. You feel like you're being followed. All of a sudden, the byproduct of this energy is everybody becoming a paranoid schizophrenic a little bit. Be careful about that, okay? I'm telling you that so you know, so you could diffuse this 9 of Swords. It's nonsense. It always is. All right, so keep that in mind. Okay, let's clarify a couple of things here. Let's clarify the death card. Let's talk to the witches, which randomly at the bottom has 3 pentacles, which is already crossing the death card. That's fucking wild. All right, man, powerful energies right now. This is a powerful retrograde. I hope you watched my retrograde reading. It's powerful. You get some. This is not just about your toaster breaking. I know the news likes to make fun of all the people into astrology with their Mercury retrograde. Oh, they had some big psychologist on the other day talking about how it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. That's why it happens. Really? Really? One of my fuel injectors blows out on my car out of nowhere and it's a self-fulfilling prophecy? Are you serious? Yeah, it's just a fucking coincidence that it happened right when Mercury went retro. Yeah, sure. Right. Fuck off. Yeah, it might be a self-fulfilling prophecy on some level for stupid people, but the reality is it does some shit. And it does have, this retrograde does have all the usual shit, right, which I've already experienced. On one side, your toaster might blow up, kind of shit like that. Calls might not come in, things might go wrong. But also, it's a second chance to go down a path again. A chance to get something right. Think of it that way. Remember what I said in that reading. It's very important. All right. Tell me about the death card. Let's go. What's crossing it here and when I ask you to clarify? It's the 7 of Cups. It's a dreamy. Look at the card. Look at the card. Very dreamy, isn't it? All up in the clouds and stuff like that. Yeah. It's... What is here? What's on top? The 4 of Pentacles. And what's the 4 of Pentacles here? The Ace of Wands. It's backing up what I said. Okay? What I said about the 9 of Swords in general. There's something here that feels like you could just reach out and touch it. Okay? It feels like you could just reach out and touch it. But it has a byproduct of freaking you out. Whenever a dream type energy, which is an energy unto itself, whenever a dream type energy is this fucking close, this fucking right there, you can reach out and touch it right there. It confuses you. There's a little bit of confusion attached here. Because it's not like a typical dream. Even like a typical daydream where you're just drifting off and you're at a lake and you're doing something, whatever. It's not that. It feels very real, and it can freak you out. Okay? So again, don't fall for that. Don't fall for that energy, and you won't be the paranoid person turning around every 5 seconds here. It feels very real, and that's why you get freaked out with the Four of Pentacles, which is a fear energy attached to that. This Ace of Wands here. It feels like it's something that's going to happen. My God, it feels real. But then you get freaked out a little bit, and then you might actually cause it to not happen, or just kind of shut it down, right? Question it too much. That's what will allow the paranoid energy to come in if you question this too much. You're getting the information from me now. I'm telling you, it feels real because it is kind of real. Okay? You are actually dreaming. It might not be your dream, might be. Now, don't come at me and go, well, Steve, I was daydreaming about dinosaurs walking down the street and blah, blah, blah. It might play out that way. You have to be careful not to believe the whole thing. Some of it might be very fairyland, right? But there are elements of it. The feeling that's attached to it is very real. Okay? Don't worry about the dinosaurs in the dream. Worry about how the dream makes you feel. All right? You follow? Okay. And it might freak you out. Just like the law of pure potentiality, right? You sit in the silence, and all the answer in the universe itself just flows to you. It surrenders to you. Usually when people get that for the first time, they freak out. They snap out of it. They go fucking crazy. They're like, whoa, that was fucking weird. You know, that kind of thing. So, yeah, it's the same kind of concept here. Okay. Let's clarify the Three of Wands. Why is it here? Tell me about the Three of Wands. Now, this is just talking about how close it is. You know, the portal is lit. The flux capacitor is lit. The energy is very close. And that can freak you out. When the energy is this kind of energy, when you could taste almost a new beginning. Yeah, you want to stay in the dream world, sure. Yeah, it's a dream you don't want to leave. I get that. But also it kind of freaks you out a little bit. Can make you a little bit paranoid. It has the byproduct in the 3D, in your real life, of making you turn around every 5 seconds while you're walking down the street. Oops. You think you hear a noise. You think you hear whatever. Okay? And this is because it's a very dreamy energy that kind of sticks to the 3D energy. So a piece of it comes with you. That's all. All right? So don't get freaked out. Don't turn into this guy right here. All right. All right. Three of Wands. Why is it here? Three of Wands. You can see why I didn't make this an energetic weather update. It's more than that, right? It's a lot more than that. Why is that? Three of Wands is crossed by the Five of Swords. That's a weird energy there. It's because of all of this, these cards are tied to this Nine of Swords, okay? Yeah. I don't even know how to translate that. The Knight of Cups. Yeah, there's a tendency for you to not want to believe it. Don't go overboard. I said be careful not to buy into it too much. That's because you can lose yourself in it. Okay? Doesn't mean become a doubting Thomas. All right? Don't shoot yourself in the foot here. Allow this energy to flow, because it's right there. It's right. It's like this night's about to knock on the door. Whatever this is, okay, for you. What's on top? Ace of Pentacles. See? Yeah, it's very real. This is a very tactile energy. It's very real. The Ace of Pentacles. It's the most solid new beginning in the tarot. And you'll be able to feel what that new beginning is in the dream. Now, that new beginning, because it's tied to the Mercury retrograde, might be an old beginning that maybe didn't go well the first time, or something you tried and failed at. Okay? And that you go down that path. Again, with this reading, pay close attention also to my Mercury retrograde reading. All right? Because obviously that energy is here. All right? All right. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here? The High Priestess. You know what? You don't have to believe me. I don't care. I was just thinking, we don't have a High Priestess here or a Hierophant. That's what I was just thinking. There it is. Yeah, I knew it. I felt that energy here. Okay? Yeah, believe what you feel is what the universe is saying here. Believe it. Okay? When you feel this dream, believe it the first time. All right? Otherwise, you invite this paranoid energy in, and you'll question everything. Don't question it too much, You're sabotaging this poor, beautiful Knight of Cups energy by questioning it too much. All right? You might feel safer because it makes you, kind of freaks you out a little bit because it feels very real. It feels very close. So it might, it's sort of a false victory. You might make yourself feel better by questioning it. But you're actually inviting in this paranoia, okay? Where you walk down the street and you're turning around. That energy doesn't have to be the byproduct of this. I'm trying to tell you how to not make it the byproduct. Believe what you're feeling, okay? It's there. It's a powerful, powerful dream energy. It really is. Wouldn't be surprised if it didn't show up in a lot of your horoscopes too, because Neptune's playing a big role here, okay? So what's going on with the Nine of Swords? Tell me about the Nine of Swords, this parent. Now, I'm going to separate this energy out because I'm done with this and this, okay? I'm just going to separate that. This is that parent. Everybody become a little paranoid schizophrenic if you allow yourself to be, okay? Be careful with that. There's no need. All you got to do is not question it too much. Believe what you feel. It's real. It's very real. And that's what's freaky about the dream energy around right now, is it feels very real. Even if it's got dinosaurs in it, it's like it feels real. What's going on? You might start thinking there's dinosaurs behind you. It's about what the dream makes you feel, not necessarily the elements contained within it. Okay? All right. And this applies to daydreams. You'll slip in and out of them. It's a hazy energy. It's going to be tough to stay in reality for a good chunk of this week, probably right up until Venus moves into Aries. It's going to be tough. Nobody's going to want to stay in reality. You're not going to want to get any work done, shit like that. Possibly. Again, it's going to hit you all at different times. It's tough to put a time frame on it. Tell me about this Nine of Swords, though. Huh? What do you want to tell me, universe? Tell me about the... Oh, I love it. It's crossed by the Four of Wands. Oh, it's just... a path of anxiety. It's almost a contrast. It's just a huge contrast here. You will go down. It's what do we say? Go down the rabbit hole, kind of a thing. It's an energy that once you allow this in, all right, you will go down the rabbit hole with it. It will feed itself. It's negative energy. Okay, and this will carry you off path, off course, if you let it. So again, don't question too much. You're getting the information here in this reading, so you won't do that. All right? So you understand how this energy plays out from all angles, rather than just one angle, that you might read in a horoscope where it says it's a dreamy energy and you're going to dream and daydream and all that kind of, yeah, but there's a lot more to understand about it than that. There's always, it's like shooting a gun. Yeah, something comes out the barrel out the front, but there's also a kick that comes out the back, right? What's on top here? Death card. Death card. It's tied to all of this, okay? It's tied to all of it. Why is the Death card here? The Queen of Pentacles. One of the byproducts of this energy, okay, is, again, this sort of ties to what I said about it might be a bad energy to Google symptoms you're having and things like that. It's an energy where you will, if you fall prey, remember I separated this out, this Nine of Swords. If you fall prey to this, the byproduct paranoia energy, you will start to believe that your own bullshit. You'll start to believe all kinds of negative things, okay? Don't feed this negative energy. Think of this as the gremlin energy. Think of the Five of Swords that was crossing here as the gremlin energy. Don't feed the gremlins, okay? Don't feed it. And it doesn't even matter about after midnight here. You just don't feed this energy at all. The moment you start to feel it, say, stop it. I don't want that, right? Because this is very nice energy. It's very benevolent energy. It's very good. I mean, it's tied to an Ace of Pentacles. It's really, really nice energy right now. But there are some dangers attached to it. It is a double-edged sword. We saw it in the pre-shuffle with the Empress crossed by the Three of Cups with the Star. That is an energy I have not seen in a while. That's an energy long before I got out here on YouTube. That's a very cool energy, but I know it well. You got to be very careful with it. Let's see if there's anything else the universe wants to tell you. Let's go. It's randomly at the bottom, the Ace of Pentacles. Universe drawing your attention back here. Believe it, right? Believe it the first time. What does that mean? Believe it the first time. Well, this is negative energy. It feeds itself. It's always there, right? So if you don't, believe it the first time that what you feel is that energy that's close to you. But the moment you start questioning it the second time, you could still come over here and end up walking down the wrong path. All right? So just have a little faith. I don't know. Have a little faith in that the universe has your back in this energy for sure. What else you want to tell everybody before I go? Okay? What else you want to say? Give me one card and a crossing card. That's all we need, right? That's all we need. One card and a crossing card. What do you want to tell everybody? Death again? We can't escape it. Death in the base energy, death over here ties to this. If you allow the fear to take over, here's death, and it's crossed by, in this case here, the Knight of Cups, which by the way is read with a Five of Swords. And if you remember the Five of Swords from the Witch's Tarot that was crossing here, it was read with a Knight of Cups, right? This is absolutely, except the Knight of Cups was underneath the Five of Swords there. Here, the Five of Swords is crossing the Knight of Cups, okay? So we have it in a different direction. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, that's to grab a fresh deck and get cards like that tie directly to here and the base energy. Anyway, the Death card is crossed by the Knight of Cups. Have faith in this energy. Energy, it's what I talked about in my write-up for April 2024 in the blog. Change is here. Whether you motherfucking like it or not, energy is changing. Things are changing. Flow with that change. You won't regret it. If you go with that change, if you don't fall in this paranoia energy, amazing things are happening. And I'm not trying to be Rainbow Unicorn Tarot. I'm not. It's a beautiful energy. Will everything down the path in this new energy be roses and rainbows? Of course not. But more things than not will work out to your advantage in this energy. It's very strong. And it's not anything you can control anyway. All right? Things change slowly, but they do change every now and again. That's amazing that's there. Also, for some of you, this energy, the things you're dreaming about, it might make you feel strange in a way because you're attracting or will attract a different type than what you're used to. Because underneath here, I have a Queen of Pentacles. That energy reflects out. This energy is very soul nurturing. Okay, so you're going to attract all different types. But you might, in your dreams, what you're feeling here, if it's a person or even a career, it might feel very different from what you're used to, which is part of what might freak you out. It feels real, yet different from what you're used to. Just go with that, okay? Just let the energy flow and flow with it. All right? Be like water. Water takes the shape of whatever it's poured into. So it will serve you well in this energy. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. I've done my best to explain a fairly complicated energy, actually. It's pretty complex. I could probably talk for 3 hours on this energy, but I think I've done enough and covered all the angles on it to keep you out of this shit, okay? Which is, just paranoid energy. I'll tell you that. So be careful about that. All right. That's your reading. Good luck.